I welcome you to this video. By the end of this video, you should be able to do this. You should be able to click and choose if you want to log in or register and go to that actual page. Else, the moment you log in, we should be able to see your name and then display something that shows logout. For example, let me put a keyword here, which can be admin, and then a business ID. I have not connected it for the moment. Okay, so the work ID, so business ID can be anything. The work ID is your email. And then lastly, the passwords. And then I choose that I want to log in. All right, so you can see it has updated here. My name is being displayed as a logged in user. And then it shows I can go to my profile and also access the sign out. And by the end of this video, that's what you should be able to create. Let's go ahead into the video. All right, so one of the good things is we can now log in and also be able to determine that we are logged in. But we need to make sure that, for example, when we log in, okay, here we show our name inside the profile, and then this shows sign out. And then when we are not logged in, it shows log in. So which means I'll have to remove it from here, but you don't have to worry. We are here to do things. So let's first see that we can sign in as admin, and then for example, business IDs. I have not attached any, and the email, and then the password is 123456788. Okay, just to be sure. 1234, be sure. 123456788, and then I choose login. Okay, so you see it shows my name here, so I want that to be displayed here. Instead of user, it shows, my name, and then ask me to sign out. And if I'm not logged in, it should say, register. It should display to register and also display sign in. All right, so that is logical. So we're going to go to the welcome page here, and then we are displaying my name, but my name is being displayed in the login page. So I'm just going to take it away from here, and I want to display it the other side in the welcome page, because that's where my menu bar is, first of all. Secondly, we want to go to another page after signing in, so I'll go to welcome, and this is the drop down. Okay, so let's double. Yes, so under user, login. Right, so under user, instead I'm going to determine if, because it shows user here, I'm going to determine, and it will be showing my name. Okay, so I'll have a vif and then a velse. So that may be the template. So if not that, then it will be showing user. All right, so we're going to create another EM. All right, so, and then that EM will be showing my name. But remember, we do not have that yet. Okay, so but this, we're going to determine how. Let's see. So we're going to go to the login page, and then we get our computed, because the computed is returning the logged in user. Okay, so we take it to the other side. Right, I just need to be sure I'm taking all the brackets. So let me go to the welcome and then add the computed here. Okay, all right, so computed already exists. So let me just uncomment that. So I'm just going to take in the login. Okay, so I'll just comment this by putting a star, and then a star, and then I do that. So I'm going to come to welcome here, and I add that for the login, and then I put a comma. So which means login.firstname should be showing when some logged in. Okay, so I haven't worked on refreshing, but you can see now we have the name and then user. So I'm going to create VIF so that I show that if this is not empty, show this, but if it is empty, show that. All right, so we are in the welcome, and then we're going to create a VIF statement. VIF, so it's like an if statement. So VIF, okay, login.firstname. So VIF login.firstname, do that. But VElse, okay, so VElse means if it is not. So VElse, so you see it is already giving me a warning. So VElse, okay, let's double check that and see. So it is showing the name, you see it's no longer showing the user. So I've not logged out. Now I want to show you why we should also even maintain that. So I'm also going to show that VIF the name is there, okay? So I'm doing another VIF login first name down here on the drop down. All right, so the drop down should be into something. Let me see. What can I do for this on the drop down? Okay, let me do it singular, but I could have drawn one by one. But let me do it singular. Singular, I mean like doing one by one, okay? But I could have given it, you know, one item of the. So VIF, the first name, show profile, and then again, VIF, you have the first name, show that. Then, if not, okay, which could be the VElse. All right, so what should I do here? Should I create a template or something? Okay, I need to find a way of making sure that the drop-down list at least contains something. So which means I can carry on the template of the drop-down here to something else. But let's just proceed. And I'm going to do a VElse of the drop-down, and we see. So VElse, and it doesn't need anything because it's an else statement. Okay, so VElse, this should be sign in. Okay, there could be a better way for correcting this, but all right, so let's check. All right, so we need to sign out. I haven't worked on that, but let's go and refresh. Now I need to find a way of refreshing without clicking back to this. All right, so you can see it has gone back to user, so it is showing that I can sign in. Okay, so now which means we can get our link to take us to the sign in. So when someone clicks on this, what should be done? Okay, that is now when our on click listener comes in. So VElse is that, and then we have the on click. So on click, which is equal to, so it's going to take us to log in, okay? Then another should take us to register. Another is going to take us to register. Okay, so you can see it's showing an issue with the VElse. Okay, we can't have it twice, and we're going to find a way of working with it. So which means you could have, you know, a drop down, several drop downs that are checking the VIF or VElse if. So what if we say VElse if, okay, not the first name. Let's see. VElse if not first name. Okay, that seems okay. So let's double check and we see we have sign in, but we do not have register. So I need to refresh again. Let me just do that. And then we check. Okay, we still have the sign in, but we do not have register. So where could we put our register? Okay, so we could find a way of creating a group, I think. But let me not worry about that. Let's first look at what we have here. Right, so will this take us to the login? No, it doesn't. So how do we get to the login? Okay, so you could dispatch or you could do something because the login pages are already available. But remember, when we come to our items here, we have our router link to the login. So which means what works here is our router link. All right, so instead of the on click, I'm just going to add the router link, and the router link should take us to the sign in or the login. Great. So when we come back and we click on the login, okay, we have issues with the color there. Okay, and the color, I should make sure that it is okay, here it is white because that's what it was there. Let me make it black. Okay, so when we check again, great. So we can log in and it takes you to the login page. Okay, then we should have a drop down, another drop down here showing us the register. For us to include the register in the drop down, we're just going to do a v-if not. So instead of v-else, so we do v-if not the first name, and then we're going to do the same one to the register. So v-if not a person is registered. Okay, so v-if not, so instead of v-else, let's do a v-if and another v-if. Great, so remember that we already have syntax for when we go to the welcome, we have syntax for register, and here it is. So router link to. So all right, so I'm going to take out this. So router link. Great, so I'm going to just come here on the register and then I include that. Great, so if we go back onto our code and we check, you can see the register is there, and when I click, it takes me to the register. When I click to this, it's supposed to take me to the login. Okay, there you go. So there you go, register, login. All right, so let's meet in the next video where we're going to make sure that we sustain any person who is